influence and help them become more receptive to the actual words.
So is it best to via my higher mind or my higher self?
Correct.
Is this through meditation?
Yeah. And projecting that energy out.
And through my imagination then?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And okay, I wanted to make sure that Christina, Dane's higher self, I just want to make sure Christina steps forward here and her higher self as well. And while we're still wrapping up with Hank, so is Christina, can you feel her energy? Or maybe you can send Dane's higher self, if you will, and just let us know when she arrives. Is there anything else that Isabel, so I have a question, and now the two entities, Isabel, and I'll call them Isabel and Augustine, are they with me during all of these sessions as well?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And are they helping facilitate my connections with the clients and the subjects?
They're here to assist.
They're here to assist. Very good. I had a question, one more question, well, a few more questions, and my sister, my oldest sister, I won't say her name, but at one point she and I were on the same page, it seems, in terms of our thoughts and our beliefs about the nature of reality, and since her husband has passed, she seems to have could you elaborate? Seems to have taken another direction or what have you. Is there anything that they could elaborate with that just to help me in terms?
Sometimes in times of difficulty, people go back to their comfort zone, what they were taught.
Understood.
And it's a revert back to what's comfortable.
Is she in the process of ascending?
She's elevated but not moving.
Is there anything that I could possibly do, or I don't know, is she in my contract, or did we put it together that I would, because I've been following her I followed her here to Texas when she moved away. I like being close to her.
There is a connection there.
What?
I would say let her come back.
Do you foresee her coming back?
Yes.
Very good. What about her husband? Not as a prediction or anything like that. Her new husband.
Let's see.
Okay, very good. So, alrighty then. So, as we were speaking, I just had one off the wall question here, and it had to do with the moon. I was told that the moon is artificial, and just recently I've been reading and listening to some things about the moon. Is the moon over the Earth? Is it an artificial construct, or is it a planetoid that's been hollowed out?
Nothing's coming.
Nothing at all, huh?
No.
And what about the dark side of the moon? Are there extraterrestrials on the dark side of the moon?
Yeah.
And are those extraterrestrials negative or positive?
say negative.
Okay. And is Hank, Isabel, please, is Hank connected? I know he's a light entity and obviously a creator, one of the creators. But is he connected to, say, how would you say like the Galactic Federation or anything to that effect? Or is that real? Is that a real organization?
Nothing's coming through.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing's coming through.
Oh, very good. I was told that Hank or I that I was a hybrid. Am I a hybrid of?
You are human with the knowledge of others.
Okay, understood. And I know how to wrap up these questions that I've had about Hank, and I'm really happy. I feel like I've actually had my own personal quantum healing hypnosis therapy session. Dolores Cannon said that it would be possible to do so, and here we've done it. And of course, we're hoping that Dane has higher self has retrieved Christina.
She's here.
Very good. And so this last question about the extraterrestrials. Is Hank connected with any extraterrestrials that are over the planet right now watching the ascension process?
Yes.
And what is his what is his connection with those extraterrestrials, please?
Past communication. You've had dealings with them before.
In what nature? In the nature? What nature? How?
In travels. That's what I get in travel.
Okay, very good. And this is the last question before, welcome Christina, welcome back Dane's higher self. This is the last question for Isabel and Augustine for Hank. Is there at any point, in this body, in this lifetime, in this linear time frame, will Hank and Dane have a face-to-face with any of the extraterrestrial presence that are around this planet?
It is possible.
Will they make themselves totally known in a way within this lifetime, within this last
life? That is our collective wish.
And how are we in terms of the collective, in terms of getting to that point? What percentage of the planet is ready? In percentages, if you don't mind.
About half.
And what percentage of the collective would it take in order to make it possible to have interaction with the extraterrestrial presence around the planet?
I'm going to say 60%.
So if we're at 50%, and and so that's like 10% more, huh?
Yeah.
Will there be pretty amazing things that happen within the next 24 months on the planet? I don't know how I know there's, from their perspective, there's no time. But how much can they perceive our time frame here?
It's very simple to them. Our concept of time is, they view it as very limiting and not necessary, but they understand it.
No, very good. Okay, so Thank you very much for every question that you've answered for Hank, and I am so appreciative that Isabel and Augustine have come forward, and I appreciate them every time they come forward in every session that I do, and I would just like them to, if they can really show up in my dreams and connect stronger with me. Am I having a strong connection with them when my body sleeps?
It grows. It grows as time passes.
I mean, because there's a lot of people, I mean, I'm having, like, I'm seeing the orbs, I'm hearing people's minds and all these different psychic abilities. Is that my imagination, or is this my consciousness expanding?
It's all part of the growth.
Okay. All right, thank you. And has Christina's higher self arrived then?
Yes. Influence and help them become more receptive to the actual words.
So is it best to via my higher mind or my higher self?
Correct.
Is this through meditation?
Yeah. And projecting that energy out.
And through my imagination then?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And okay, I wanted to make sure that Christina, and are they helping facilitate my connections with the clients and the subjects?
They're here to assist.
They're here to assist. Very good. I had a question, one more question. Well, if you just let us know when she arrives. Is there anything else that Isabel, so I have a question. And now, the two entities, Isabel, and I'll call them Isabel and Augustine, are they with me during all of these sessions as well?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And Dane's higher self, I just want to make sure Christina steps forward here, and her higher self as well. And while we're still wrapping up with Hank, so is Christina, can you feel her energy? Or maybe you can send Dane's higher self, if you will, and just